I would like to be traded to any other team but the New England Patriots.
Big brain predictions. That's what I got.
Take it off, sir.
This Washington football team beat the Steelers.
Right.
And that person.
EDP.
Yes, but if we lose this game, I firmly believe we do not need to make playoffs. So
Don't you ever disrespect me.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to After Further Review. This is episode number 34. I am your co-host, Jalen Brown.
I'm your other wonderful co-host, Shaquille Brown.
Shaq, how has your week been? It is almost the end of May, damn near June.
God, time flies. I feel like 2021 is just skipping on by.
Yes, 2020 dragged on second after second, minute by minute, but 2021 is off to a NASCAR start, I'd say.
My left turns from here, folks.
So yeah, if that sounds like good to you, then you're in luck. If not, it's gonna be no more
Strap in.
2020. Just a faster paced 2020, really.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've got a lot of basketball to talk about today. Only basketball to talk about today. For those who don't know, we are an NBA and NFL podcast, so that is primarily what we talk about. Right now, obviously, football is off season, so right now we're heading into the postseason for NBA. So we're going to talk about the play-in games primarily. I am a resident Boston Celtic fan. Shaq is a Miami Heat fan. Both of our teams are in the playoffs officially. Give you a little cheers to that one.
Cheers to that one. That's what we do with it. That really counts now, though.
Exactly. But, we made it this far, folks.
Exactly.
You got to take them where you can get them
That's my life motto.
on many different levels.
Yeah. Here we go, beginning the show off with double meetings.
Every week, it's got to be something. This week, we are drinking. Shaq got this very, very fancy Funky Buddha maple bacon. This is a coffee porter with some kind of bacon flavoring somewhere inside of here. We don't have the packaging anymore, so I don't know what the description is. I'm only getting his government warnings about what this will do to you.
Not if you're pregnant.
I can't read. 6% or almost 6.5% alcohol. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to read. It's like holographic or something. You gotta hold it under a black light to read the description. But yeah, neither one of us have tried this so far, so we're gonna give you a live taste test before we start the actual show. So let's see what this tastes like for the audio viewers. Smells like syrup.
We should have an ASMR for this bear testing.
That is actually very good.
Yeah, I tried it. It's really good. I enjoy it. It's not like it's one of those things that we discussed earlier. So it'd be like a 50-50. Either it's gonna be really good or
Right.
really bad.
And I'd say very good. I don't get any bacon per se, which probably a good thing because I
Yeah.
don't know what that would be like.
But you definitely get like the mapley coffee
Yeah.
type thing to it.
Yes, now I'm getting the coffee afterwards. It tastes like breakfast. Like you just
Yeah, breakfast beer.
Right. If you just ate like pancakes and had coffee, it literally just tastes like that's what you just ate, except it's cold. So
Yeah.
there's that. But
Good job for Funky Buddha.
Funky Boo's been on their game.
Exactly. I've been drinking a lot of that lately, and they've been really between their seltzers, IPAs, and just regular.
Yeah, they've those little bastards will get you any way they can.
You like breakfast?
You like breakfast?
Got you.
Like an IPA, we got you. You like hard seltzer? We got you. You like cigarettes? Probably got you there.
You got nicotine tobacco mix.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You like Mentos?
Any kind of debauchery we can possibly get you, we got it. Go even further there, but
yeah, this is I wouldn't say family show. This is a
PG-13 show.
PG-13 show.
Yeah. Folks, if you are listening to the show, we do have a video version. We record the show usually every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube. The Melheims Media channel is home to a few different podcasts, Uncensored Mics, Bush League podcast, another sports podcast if you guys are interested in that one. There's also Let's Talk Bars. It's a Tony Black show. There's a array of different shows here on the Melheims Media channel. I was trying to put on the Laker game. We've got about 15 minutes until that starts, but I'm getting errors, so I'll go ahead and wait till halftime to solve that. Anyway, yeah, so if you want to watch the show, there is a video version. It's on YouTube. After the live goes up, the replay is automatically posted to YouTube right after, so you can watch live or the recording, however you want to do it. So, getting into the actual damn show, because I'm sure you guys did not come to listen to us talk about Funky Buddha and syrup.
Make a different show. That's what you want to hear. Maybe Thursday night to 8:30.
Right at 8:30 p.m.
Talk about breakfast combos and alcohol. There we go.
That'd be a pretty nice show too. Anyway, yeah. So the play-in tournament is in full effect as of yesterday. Shaq, just overall on the plans, what are your thoughts? Do you like the fact that there's now this plan thing? Do you not like the fact that a 10 seed could kind of like come in and upset someone who's at 7 or 8?
I don't know. I feel like basketball it's hard because I feel like you can't base everything off of one game. I don't know if it's because we're so used to these game series where it's like all of a sudden you got a bad team that has one lucky game and does a bad team.
Yeah. It does kind of give it a little bit of that like NFL wild card round, because like you said, since it's not a best of 7. If it was a best of 7, could you imagine watching the Grizzlies and the Spurs for a best of 7?
I'm actually going all the whole entire series. It's like it would be painful. There's no Grizzly fan out there who couldn't tell me that wouldn't be a painful series.
Right. Even the most diehard fan would be like, I ain't never trying to watch this.
Exactly. After game like 2, I was like, all right. Better be a sweep.
Is anybody really winning here?
No. It's one of those games that you wait till the end of the week to finally look up who won the series.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's something I go back and forth on because it's like I do like the idea of, you know, let's throw a wrench into it and let's just see who comes out and who really wants that 7 or 8 seed. But then it's like they play 82 games.
It's a
like,
lot of games to be
right.
Wear and tear on teams.
If you can't get to the 7 or 8 seed after 82 games,
You probably don't need to be there.
you don't need to be there. We're kind of seeing it right now. Like, you just don't need to be there.
Even though it's like the NFL. The NFL, I feel like
A little different
because it's like a 17 game.
Right,
Series.
17 games. There is a chance that, and it's usually very close in the NFL, like decided by a game or two on who makes the playoffs and who doesn't. So that wild card round is usually it's competitive.
Yeah, because it's like I said, like you said, a 1 or 2 game thing. It's not like somebody got blown. I think NFC least.
Well, yeah.
And then you got a whole division of teams that don't need to be in the playoffs altogether.
We're not talking about that right now. They can wait till September to have any airtime.
Or even then, they'll still do.
But yeah, I mean, I could do without it. It's cool for right now, but yeah, I mean, I just think that the season's long enough, even in this COVID year where it was 72 games. That's still a lot of games.
It's such wear and tear, I feel like, on players for that many games to be coming out. Then they got to have extra games to certain teams. And
Right, because now it's like, I mean, if you think about the Lakers, they've got to, I mean, as long as they win tonight, then they're good. But if not, they got to play another game, and then the playoffs start this weekend. And it's like, damn.
And then you got, like, people like LeBron and like AD who's really been riddled back and forth between injuries and sitting out. Then you expect them to, now they got to come out tonight. Now they got to perform.
Yeah.
And now it's just extra games that they probably may have done without.
Right. It's like, damn.
LeBron's looking as like, man, I ain't getting too old to be coming out here playing
Right.
possibly 2 extra games on top of my.
He was very vocal on not being a fan of this system.
Yeah, because it's like I said, It's not. It's professional athletes. A lot of wear and tear for you to come out these nights and play 4 quarters of basketball.
And now you're getting challenged by a team that's two places under you. I get it last year why they did it because of the COVID thing and having to come into the bubble because the whole season was jacked up. But now that that's over,
Go back to regular.
there's just no. I feel
Either
like there's
you
just
make
no
it or
need.
not about it.
Yeah, straight up. So anyway, last night the Wizards at the Celtics for the 7 and 8 seed playing game. It was the first half. I was really like, I did not expect us to win this game. I'm not gonna lie. Like once Brown went out for the rest of the season, I was like, all right, well, we're already pretty sorry. Without him, we're probably gonna get bounced in the play-in tournament. In the first half, it was still not looking good. Robert Williams, he went down at one point. As soon as he went down 2 in the game, I was like, all right, here we go. And then Marcus Smart, he kind of got nicked up at one point too. But the second half came through, and suddenly, as we have all year, suddenly we remembered how to play basketball, and we just started to blow out Washington. Jason Tatum dropped 50 points, which is why I'm wearing his jersey today. Man put the team on his back. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, only 2 turnovers. And then Kemba Walker had 29 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Just 1 turnover. When he plays really, really well, we win games. So Tatum, I mean, he can put up a ton of points, and we can still lose. But usually, that helping hand from Kemba does go a long, long way. So glad we got the job done. Glad that we sent Beal and Westbrook back to Washington to go play Indiana on, I think, tomorrow. But Westbrook, 20 points, 6 for 28 shooting. Lord have mercy. 14 rebounds. Interestingly enough, 13 of them came in the first half. 13 rebounds. In the second half came around, he had 1 rebound.
Yeah.
It's the most Russell Westbrook stat line I've ever seen in my life.
And what I hate about it is, once again, the show speaks about something and the complete opposite happened. Like, we spoke, was it last show?
Because he passed Oscar Robertson for the most triple doubles.
So last show me personally hyped up Westbrook so much about being such a great point guard. And then all of a sudden he comes out this game and just like muff.
Yeah, but that was kind of thing. I mean, historically shows when the postseason comes around, those triple doubles seem to come to a halt with Russell Westbrook, and a lot of it is like, you got to be able to shoot the damn ball. At the end of the day, in the postseason, they're going to lock down the paint, and the shooters really shine because that's just what you have to do.
Yeah, the intensity rises in playoffs, so people aren't giving you those type of shots and like.
Right, they're not going to let you
stuff.
just drive to the hole every single time.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you got to learn different ways of scoring because postseason is completely different than regular season. Every sport they play. Like NBA, NFL.
Bowling.
Bowling. Table tennis, tic-tac-toe, whatever you want to talk. Everything changes come postseason.
Fortnite.
Yeah, that game's a whole different deal.
It's cancerous year-round. So, I mean, I figured that I didn't think it would happen in this game because the Wizards have had such momentum recently. I feel like he was just going to continue that. And then come the actual playoffs, if they made it, you'd see him, hard off the glass, pulls up, hard off the glass. I swear every shot this man pulls up for is hard off the glass. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So not too much of a surprise, but a little bit of surprise that Westbrook didn't seem to, just the whole second half. I don't know if something happened at halftime because the whole second half, he just seemed just out of it and strange. And then Bradley Beal, he had 22 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 turnovers. He still clearly had his hamstring, I think it is, that was bothering him. He was not able to get around as well as he was against Charlotte the last regular season game because he was flying around there. But I feel like he probably just, whatever he had left in the tank, he put it out for that game to get the 8 seed. And then now he just does not look quite right. So anyway, yeah, they will play. The Wizards will play the Hornets, I think, tomorrow night, and then the winner gets the 8 seed. The loser is out. We have the pleasure of grabbing the 7 seed, and we have the Nets in the first round. So nice job, boys. Way to go. Going to Brooklyn on Saturday.
Start you guys out for another 4 games.
Go ahead, a little 4-game stall. We are just giving the Brooklyn Nets a little 4-game layaway in Brooklyn before they head to wherever next, maybe Philly or something. But, you know, nice job, guys.
It feel like that sometimes, though. As we play the Heat. I looked it up earlier.
You guys play Milwaukee.
Yeah, we play Milwaukee. I'm hoping that the whole fact that Milwaukee gets carried by one player
Yeah.
kind of benefits us, and we actually remember that we're kind of a well-rounded team to a degree.
Right. Because if you remember, that was the big shock the biggest shock last postseason was when you guys came against Milwaukee, and everyone was like, all right, it's going to be Milwaukee, the Lakers in the finals. And then you guys almost, I think you either swept them or you beat them in 5. And it was like, what the hell is going on with the Bucks? And now here's that matchup again. Is Milwaukee going to fold again? They're not going to go out the same way they did last year.
No,
but
I still, my personal, even though I don't know if you're talking about this week, but
I mean, it doesn't matter. You're right.
like my personal opinion, I said it's not going to go the same way as it did last time,
Right.
But I still see us winning because unfortunately the dynamics of that team I feel like hasn't changed. Still like a one-dimensional team,
yeah.
to a degree.
A lot of it still is. They've given them a bit more help now with Holiday coming in. Of course, off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody else that they put around him, but because a lot of their offense does still run similarly.
Yeah, because my thing is we still got, if you just open up your mind and remember that we still got multiple weapons on our team, like if you actually utilize them.
Right. And a big problem that Milwaukee had last year was they couldn't figure out what the hell to do with Bam, with Adebayo from Miami. It was like, because he was just a monster down low, would not let Giannis come in and just yam every time. They made a wall around him and contained Giannis on the outside. So now it's like, I don't know. Can they figure out a way to get Bam out of the way, and then that way they can actually use the paint? I don't know, but we're gonna find that out.
My theory is I predict at least second round of the playoffs before we start running into any deep trouble for a team. So,
just real quick, your prediction on this Milwaukee-Miami series. What's your outcome? Miami in
5.
Ooh, jeez.
I say we remember who we are, like Simba, and we come back in this.
Simba. That's a really bold pick. Okay, so you guys play
86.
at 2:00
Yes.
on Saturday. Interesting. I just want to see real quick. I can't think of Buddy's name on Milwaukee. Yes, they have Drew Holiday. What is the dude's name? Sorry, people on the show. I'm trying to figure out. I think it's Bogdan or something like that. Anyway, yeah. I think Milwaukee's going to win that series. I think they've learned from their wrongs. But at the same time, I don't think Miami's going to go out without a fight. I think it'll be probably a 6-game series. But yeah, it'll be more interesting than last year's series, especially because Giannis got hurt in one of the game, like towards the end of that series. He actually got hurt. I think that was the one game, like game 4, he got hurt. They would have been eliminated, but somehow they all rallied up and forced that 5th game, and then they got thrown the fuck out. But it is what it is. But yeah, they are a bit of a different team now. Lord have mercy, Milwaukee Bucks, your damn website. Yeah, I mean, like, they still have, obviously, Brook Lopez is still there. They've added PJ Tucker. That is true, from Houston. I mean, they have given themselves a bit of a different look. I feel like PJ Tucker could also help give Bam some problems down low instead of it just being Brook Lopez who was down there. He moves at the speed of a freight truck. Him trying to start up is just like, Jesus Christ. So, yeah, but Bam obviously quick and very mobile. PJ Tucker, I think, is a bit better. So if they need to play small ball and be like, all right, Brook, get the hell out of here, and put PJ Tucker in at the 5, he can move around with Bam instead of just getting gassed like Lopez would. But yeah, besides that, a lot of the team is the same. It's just a matter of, have they learned from their mistakes last year? Anyway, little bonus thing for you guys right there. Yeah, so we're gonna move on from that one. Before we get to our next matchup, we want to mention our small business showcase. This is where we showcase and spotlight one small business every single episode. This is Shell Alexis Art on Instagram. I bought this Betty Boop coaster from at Shell Alexis Art through her Etsy shop. I don't know, you can't kind of tell from the photo, but it's supposed to be like a black Betty Boop instead of just a normal white one. I don't know if you can tell. But anyway, yeah, so she makes all different kinds of prints, stickers, coasters, grinders, keychains, even mugs, just a bunch of different like small items related to if you want to set your drink down, if you want to set your smoke down, if you want to have a sticker, if you want to have some kind of swag. She makes all different kinds of stuff with her artwork on it. I'll put that up on the screen again so you guys can see it one more time. This is her Instagram, so if you want to any comments, Shaq. All right, fair enough. Yeah, so if you guys want to follow her, there it is right there. Go ahead, hit up her shop at the the link in her bio will take you to all of her various Etsy shops. The first link in her link tree, though, that is her art shop, her art like Etsy shop. So if you want to buy like a print or like the ashtray that I have there that I just showed you guys, that's where I got it from, was from her Etsy art shop.
Support small businesses. So they
right
are
on.
looking for a living and opportunity too. I'm sure
Right.
Target will live without your one single purchase. So go out there and, like I said, support these small businesses.
Yes, for the audio listeners, here we go. Your winning numbers are CHELLEALEXISART. Once again, that was, oh my God, if you didn't get it the first time, too bad.
Like I said, if you're really missing out and you really want to get it, you come back and you watch the audio version, you can see it.
There you go. Should have clicked the link in the description. Anyway, folks, yeah, go ahead and give her a follow. Moving on. So, speaking of the Wizards, since they did get relegated to playing the low-life Pacers tomorrow night, we're going to predict that game. So that is 8 o'clock tomorrow. In the regular season, Washington has already won all 3 of their matchups. So, I mean, if that goes to show you anything. The winner will get the 8 seed and will play the Sixers in the first round. Great pleasure. Then the loser is obviously eliminated. So they get to go enjoy their vacation, wherever they're going. Yeah, I'll keep this relatively quick. Bradley Beal, he's beat up. I feel like, again, he gave everything he had left to beat Charlotte in the last regular season game of the season. He said, like, even himself, like, after last night's game, he was like, I'm a one-leg bandit right now. My hamstring is killing him. He's wearing 4 compression socks on that one leg, which I'm like, I don't even know how you're moving that one leg. And then, yeah, Westbrook, he's historically bad in these big postseason games. If you count this as a postseason game, it's kind of weird. I don't know. But it seems like a postseason game. It's, elimination. So yeah, he's just usually not very good in these situations. I'm expecting a lot of him trying to pull up and hard off the glass instead of taking it to the hole like he normally does. And he also seemed to have gotten nicked at some point in last night's game. I don't know what exactly, but he, in the last few minutes of like the fourth quarter, he did something and was kind of weird. I don't know. But between him, Bradley Beal, like if they don't have those two at 100%, obviously the rest of the roster, you can forget about it. So I'm actually going to take the Pacers to win this one and be the 8th seed.
I'm going to, of course, for the one for Washington.
Right.
I'm saying Westbrook changes his ways, decides that he actually needs to play for once in his life in postseason. Prove me right for once in my life, somebody please. So go ahead and go there and play.
Outside of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, of course.
That was my only prediction that I've had since the show began that turned out to be the Bucks and Kansas City would make it. That would be my only prediction. I mean, other than that, everybody else is just like, what you say?
Yeah. Yeah, I will say I would like the Wizards to win because I would much rather see Beal and Westbrook against the Sixers than the Pacers. Jesus, at least Westbrook and Beal would make it a little more interesting than obviously if the Pacers play the Sixers.
Knowing that it'd probably be like a series that extends way much longer than
right. Some strange reason Joel Embiid would break his head.
He's like, why is this game 6 right now? Why?
Right. Embiid would go blind. Simmons would break both legs and then take it to game 7 and then they come back healthy all of a sudden and then beat him. Oh my God.
Yeah, stall out about 3 more games than they should have to win this series. Please.
Jeez, that would be literally the worst thing ever. So, yeah, I'm picking the Pacers to win. I pray that I'm wrong. Shaq is taking the Wizards to win. I pray that he's right. We'll see what happens. Do you plan on watching this game tomorrow? I would be lying if I said I was.
No, I refuse.
Maybe I'll tune in. If the game is tight in the fourth quarter, I'll tune in. But that's the most you're getting from me.
No, I will gladly click on ESPN and see who won this game.
The Pacers give up. Hold on, folks. I'm about to tell you guys exactly. Last night, when they played the Hornets, his final score was 144 to 117.
I love how no. Thank you.
Straightforward answer.
Nobody's gonna waste their electricity and phone battery to watch this game.
Doing this. We are in a pandemic.
I'm looking out for the environment.
Right. We have a dying planet right now. I would be doing service by spending any kind of energy to watch this game, even my energy.
Indianapolis and Washington duke it out for the number 8 seed.
to get clapped up in a couple days.
Exactly. In 4 games. Another 4-game stall.
Yeah, the only reason I watched my team win was because it's my team. If it wasn't, you'd really think I'd watch. Anyway, yeah. The fact that the final score is 144-117 ain't no defense being played. Jesus.
No. What I hate about this gives me the same energy of like preseason for the NFL. Where I was like, why do we still have this?
Yes, it just goes back to our original point. Just do away with this damn playing thing. It's pretty worthless. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got a little bit of news. This is a slower news week, as you can imagine. And then we're going to get into the Golden State and Laker game that has just started. We're actually doing a live play-by-play, blow-by-blow reaction color commentary to the rest of the Golden State Warrior Los Angeles Laker game. Come watch the rest of the game with us. Stupid.
I know y'all love the draft. What, it felt like a 24-hour stream was.
Imagine watching an entire game with us. I'm sure that would be. Yeah. I mean, we might be able to do that for an NFL game or something, but
yes.
And there's commercials and I don't know. We'll think about it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna commit to there's anything I have problems with.
We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Peace.
Cool. If you were starting a team right now, would you pick him as your starting point guard?
Yes.
Oh, I'm still taking Steph. I'm sorry.
No.
You think Russell Westbrook is a better
Yes.
point
Yes.
guard?
An all around better point guard.
How many rings does Russell Westbrook have?
How many rings does Steph have?
3.
I'm still taking.
Kevin Durant left this man because he said, "I can't win with you. I gotta go join somebody who can."
And then he left Steph again.
Well, I mean, it's Kevin Durant.
Yes.
But at the same time, since he's left, what has Russell Westbrook done?
You make a powerhouse team around Steph Curry. That man had help.
Before that, he had him. It was him, Draymond, and Clay.
Which is still a lot more than Westbrook had.
He had Kevin Durant, James Harden, Serge Ibaka.
You try to play with James Harden.
If a game is on the line, the last person on my list is Russell Westbrook because that shit is hard off the glass every single time. What are you saying right now, Ryan Brown? Is a beast. Yeah, he is a beast. That doesn't mean he's better than Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Some do say that they think the coaching is the problem with that team, but I mean, maybe if you give him a great coach, maybe they'll hop up to like the 8th seed at best. You know, maybe they'll jump up 2 places or so, but nothing crazy.
Can't coach non-talent.
That's also true, man.
This is some of a Disney movie where the Airbud comes and saves them from.
They do have a very interesting roster. I will say that.
Not just people like to talk. Mike Tomlin is probably the best thing to happen. One of the best things that happened to that team when it comes to coaching. Which other coach would you know would have tolerated all that shit? Think about it. Picture coaching Antonio Brown for more than one season at a time. And then picture coaching Juju on the same exact. My thing is like no other coach would have tolerated. You know, damn well this man is cussing them out in the locker room every game,
Screaming at him.
using all types of language, just screaming at them in the locker room to act right. You know, this man do nightly call-ins. You home? All right, you got a game tomorrow.
He's a high school coach. He's got it calling the night before. Hey, remember, we gotta be at the airport. All right, 9 a.m.
Is that club music in the background?
Alex Rodriguez and Mark Lore, 2 of them are in the process of buying the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards was asked about what he thinks about A-Rod now owning the team, and apparently he did not know who Alex Rodriguez even was. Very strange coming from him, who apparently played baseball for a big chunk of his life, and he's trying to convince people that he doesn't know. Okay, like really? Not literally.
Go playing games.
Jesus.
Got low-key got distance, man. We don't tell him
I don't see your name on this checkbook.
what payroll?
Apparently they'll take full control come 2023, and they will also own the WNBA counterpart, the Minnesota Lynx, as well.
I feel like this Browns team has a different vibe, a more successful vibe than what you've seen in the past from them.
Nah, I think they're still the same Browns team out there every year. I think they're nameless great faces. The Browns is the Browns. I'm just happy we're playing them again, this Sunday. I'm just happy we're playing them again, The Browns is the Browns. I'm just happy we're playing them again, this Sunday. The Browns is the Browns.
You wrote a song about my sister on
Get him out of here, Chuck! The Browns don't beat the Browns! The Browns don't beat the Browns! And I'ma need that $40 even if I gotta fuck, suck, and swallow. Hit the parking lot 'cause I was...
White 1K in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
And we are back. We always start at the second half with the music because I forget in the first half to start the music, but I do not come in that second half. Now,
how you finish?
It's not about how you arrive. It's about how and when, mainly how you finish. Folks, we have breaking news. The Memphis Grizzlies did, in fact, defeat the San Antonio Spurs to stay in playoff contention. Congrats to the Grizzly Bears. Not going home yet. San Antonio Spurs are, in fact, going home right now. So, YouTube to hell with your copyrighted audio. Anyway. Like we were saying, Grizzlies stay in there. They will face the loser of the current Warrior-Laker matchup, which is obviously happening right now.
Either one. There's a death sentence to either one of these teams. There's no winning off of what's going on. I hope Steph LeBron just blows this shit out.
Yeah, so I plan on watching the end of this game. Wow, the Lakers. Not a great start for LeBron and the boys. Okay, anyway, we're going to move right along. The Lakers just turned over the ball again. All right. Yeah, so a little bit of news for the week. The Clippers lost their last two games. This is the funniest thing to be ever, but Clippers lost the last two regular games of the season to the Rockets and somebody else that's absolutely sorry. Do you think that the rumor is that they lost those two games? They sat down, pretty much all their starters they sat, and they lost those two games. The rumor is that they purposely lost those games because they could have been the 3 seed, and if the Lakers could have damn well have been the 6 seed, which means that they would have met each other in the first round. Obviously, that didn't happen because here's the Lakers, and the Clippers did that, and they slipped to the 4th seed. Do you think that it was purposely tanking to avoid the Lakers, or do you think they were just resting their starters for the last couple of games of the season?
Conspiracy theories. You know how we have that about the news, the government, 9/11. Sports have their own conspiracy. If you lose these games, you want to versus LeBron on Lakers. And I got to avoid the man that's missed like almost half the fucking season. Playing this man. If anything, this is the perfect time to be playing LeBron on the Lakers, to be honest with you. But I can very much believe that they'll purposely try to avoid certain teams to take the easiest route possible to.
I see that, but I don't know, like a lot of people are already like, man, they tanked. Like, come on, they clearly tanked. But I wouldn't say it's tanked only because the Lakers weren't guaranteed to match up against them anyway. Like, they were depending on the Trailblazers to lose, and it's like there was all these different, like, a lot had to happen in order for them to match up anyway. So it's like, I don't know. I didn't really see it as much of a tank because it was only the last two games. They sat the people that they needed, and it's not uncommon. I mean, it's Kawhi Leonard. I mean, is it really uncommon for him to load manage and not play games? So I didn't see it that way, but I do see where people are coming from. Like they were trying to avoid the Lakers, but
I would too.
But I mean, like you did mention, now would be the best time to play them.
Yeah, I feel like their team is very much like they could all be playing, but it's still very much a broken team to a concept. Like a lot of these guys haven't played a lot of games this season as they could have,
and they're just coming back from injury.
And there's very much possible that they can still be injured, and they're just in there just the fact that they need to be on the floor,
right? And trying to get that stamina built up.
Yeah, so it's kind of like this would probably be the best time to go a long series
with
them,
right?
For the sake of, let's say they are injured. Are they physically able to go a long series with a team without having to sit LeBron or AD
exactly?
At a
that we're about to find that out here in a few days. Well, I think we're about to find out
right now. At this point, maybe we'll find out.
Yeah. So it is what it is. I'm not really pressed about them tanking, but whatever. Anyway. Next piece of news is the last piece of news. So, rumored trade offer the Broncos would make for Aaron Rodgers. Now, folks, this is obviously just a rumor.
Who would the Broncos trade off to get half the roster?
I'm about to read it off to you right now. It's kind of crazy. The Packers would acquire from the Broncos. Well, first, let me just say it's a shorter one. The Broncos would acquire, obviously, Aaron Rodgers, and they would get a 2022 fourth round draft pick. The Packers would acquire Drew Lock. Oh, damn it. Drew. We're losing Drew.
Oh, young Drew.
Who's going to hold the locker room together? Who's going to win us games?
Horrible.
Jesus. Well, they would also get Bradley Chubb, defensive end, and Dalton Risner, who's an offensive lineman for them. They would also be giving up a first-round pick next year, a second-round pick next year, a first-round pick in 2023, and a first-round pick in 2024.
And have their parking in the stadium. It's just fenced off for Green Bay.
Basically, the Broncos would not have a first round pick until my son is like 5.
You're so Khalif will be old enough to understand why this team doesn't have a draft pick. Like,
and so my question to you is, would you do it if you're the Broncos?
It's Aaron Rodgers, but at the end of the day, you're probably at best giving this man a 1-to-2-year contract. If you think about it, that ruins your opportunities of really drafting and investing in anybody quarterback rise for legit.
Yeah, I mean, if it was me, let's do it. Hey man, let's go ahead and get it right now.
But your team has to be legit out of the gate.
Oh yeah, it's win now.
It's win now. There's no let's see how it chemistry.
No.
I expect you to come here and perform.
Right, you got to pull what Tampa just did and be like, sign everybody on the fly. Let's go.
Because my thing is, we'll find out early and quick if this is worth it. Because guess what? The first 2 or 3 games he's bombing it. It wasn't worth. It wasn't worth it.
Right.
It wasn't worth it.
My fear is, I don't know how the Broncos work, but my fear is that they'd give up the farm to go get him and then not bring in other people around him, and then they're in
A-Rod ends up in the same problem.
Yeah, exactly, right. Except maybe even worse.
Yeah, and a team that they invest in giving weapons.
Yeah, because I mean, my thing is, as the what the fuck are the Lakers doing right now? I just watched LeBron get a 24-second violation, and Andre Drummond shot a far left off the backboard. Jesus. Anyway,
I don't think it's worth it for Denver to invest with the amount of stuff they would have to throw in to get him. The risk.
I think it's worth it. It's just a matter of, can you guys make the right moves after you have him?
And knowing Denver hasn't been good since Manning's been touching that thing. So it's like, I don't have enough faith in them to make the right decisions.
I mean, they were able to make all the right moves when they had him. Like, they surrounded him with
nothing since then.
Emmanuel Sanders, Thomas. Von Miller obviously came out of nowhere, but I I don't know. It's
just shameful that team cannot perform without a Hall of Famer quarterback throwing the ball. Whereas other teams could probably have maybe a subpar quarterback, but surrounded with weapons. They need a Hall of Famer quarterback for this team to function. Unfortunately,
yeah. I mean, it seems to be the case. Yeah, I don't know if this actually happened or what, but Denver is, for the past few weeks, past couple months, the best landing spot, the most realistic landing spot for him to go to. But we'll see what happens.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, all the teams that needed quarterbacks, for the most part, probably picked up.
Yeah, they've gotten that taken care of at this point.
So it's kind of like this. You got very few options when it comes to where you want to be at and what you.
Right. And I mean, he's still owed a lot of money, so it's just a matter of can you afford him to.
You can tell the stress of this plane has been really hit LeBron. Looking at this man's head.
This one game, possibly 2 games, is really wearing him down.
Just sitting there. Look at this man.
Braun, man, just go and take it all off, man. It's been a long time.
We're coming. We've been climbing for years. Go ahead and
just go ahead, man. Ain't nobody gonna be mad at you for it.
Be proud of you.
Anyway, that's gonna do it for the news this week's, folks. A bit of a shorter segment. Our last couple news segments have been pretty long, so we're due for a shorter one. Anyway, Aaron Rodgers confirmed going to the Broncos. So, next topic of the week here is, of course, this will be another pretty quick one because, I mean, kind of is what it is. But Spurs at Grizzlies. We were kind of watching this when it was like the first half. The Grizzlies did hold on to win. They were blowing them out in the first quarter. And then the Spurs did come back, and then Memphis seemed to have just held on and ended up winning the game in the end. Final score was 100-96. Dylan Brooks, he had 24 points. Valanciunas had 23. My bad. Sorry. Valanciunas had 23 rebounds. Jesus Christ. He was all over the boards. Look at the box score here from Memphis. Yeah, all right. So Morant had 20 points. Valanciunas had 23 and 23. That's, I mean, damn. I'm sure a bunch of teams would love to have their big man do that. Besides that, not a very, I mean, like, Brooks had 24 points. Kyle Anderson had 9 points. Jackson had 10 points. Not a whole lot of production from their bench, as you can imagine. San Antonio, probably already guessed the story here. DeRozan only had 20 points. I mean, obviously, you got to put up more than that if you're trying to avoid elimination. Yeah, I mean, San Antonio was just, as you can imagine. I mean, I was not expecting them to win this game in the first place.
I wasn't either.
Yeah, so the Grizzlies will go on to play whoever loses this game. Do you give the Grizzlies an Ice Cube's chance in the hell?
No, not in the least bit.
All right.
I have a better chance of pulling Rihanna than winning any of these games.
And now that's saying something. The Grizzlies, you really have no chance.
Exactly. I can't even pull half these regular.
And that chick is with ASAP right now.
Exactly.
So
imagine me trying to compete with ASAP. What I got?
he just did a interview with GQ recently. I just read it today. Apparently, he's like, this is the one. I'm like, really, Rocky?
Damn. I mean, any man you ask, I'm
right, but I'm like, shocker. This is the one.
Take Rihanna.
Right. Because before he was really like, yeah. I ain't never settling down. But now he's like, I'm a man of God.
Be fine with religion. This next album's gonna be named after prayer or something like that.
I am looking forward to that next ASAP album though. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. moving along from both of us, neither one of us give Memphis any chance in hell against whoever they play. They can play the fucking Washington Generals. It doesn't matter. Terrible.
Somebody Seahawks.
Brooklyn Dodgers. Does not matter. Folks, if you're watching the show, do want to mention that there is an audio version. If you want to listen on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, click the Anchor link. It's the first one down in the description. That is first one down below. Click that first link and it will take you to Anchor. And then from there, you can listen to this show instead of watching it. Therefore, you would save battery life and therefore the life of your phone.
Reiterate that.
First link, folks. Below. If you go below the video on YouTube, you can click this thing called the description. Gotta give you Inception here. See, that's the click this arrow. That's the description. I know you can't see shit right now because it's all blown out, but the first fucking link.
If we take out our protractor and a ruler and measure out the phone and apply it to the
it's that one. Then you can just listen to the show. You don't gotta see us or whatever stupid drink we're holding me up. You can just listen.
Listen to your phone speaker, your AirPods, your Beats, your
skull
candy,
your skull candy,
whatever you put in your ear nowadays.
Your Raycons,
tin can of string, whatever you put up against your ear.
You know, a few people that still got the old tin can string.
Speaking of those devils, thank you for coming on. Listen.
Right, if you guys are watching, shout out to y'all. I'm sure you can hear us loud and clear to the old soup cans.
Soup cans. Tomato soup.
Moving on to the last segment. There's Ride or Die in 5 is kind of on pause. I don't know. We'll have to figure out a way to kind of do it for the playoffs. But yeah. So just to give you guys a quick before we hit the last segment, Ride or Die in 5. So our regular season results were as follows. I finished the regular season at 57-34. Shaq was trying to throw a Hail Mary by picking some wild predictions last week. But he finished at 51-40. So about a 6-game difference there. So the regular season will go to me. We will see what happens in the postseason. So we will start that back up next week. Folks, it has been real doing that for the regular season in the NBA. But anyway, on to the last topic for the week. The one that people are most excited for is the game that's on right now. Warriors at Lakers as Steph Curry goes off the front of the rim. Yeah, so this is obviously the most hyped up playing game because it's the two most star-studded teams, and the Lakers are right back in this game now. 1-point game. Shaq, any what would it take for you? Like, what do you got to see from the Warriors in order for them to win this game against the Lakers?
Steph can't do it all as much as you want to. Steph would have to ball out to the extreme and get the real true help and assistance that he needs. Because right now, as long as with AD and LeBron there, it's going to be very hard for him alone to just very much overcome and try and do this by himself, which he can't.
Yeah, I mean, I agree 100%. Steph Curry is going to have to play ballistic, number one. Like, he's going to have to score around 40 points, if not more. Like 40 points minimum-ish. And then he is going to have to get help from Draymond. The bench is going to have to step up big time. Andrew Wiggins is going to have to play big time. Right, and their offense came out hot. I mean, defense came out hot too in the first few minutes, but now they've obviously cooled off here, and the Lakers are right back in it because it's 19-16. But yeah, the Warriors are going to need to really lock up defensively, and then their bench is going to have to come up big time on offense because, like Shaq just said, Steph can't do it all, and they're going to need to get points from somewhere else. Wiggins is going to have to nice. They've just forced a turnover. Wiggins is going to have to step up and add in a bunch of points because you got to get points from somewhere. They don't just spawn. So, the other thing is I also feel like it's going to take a bit of rust from LeBron and AD. Like, they're going to have to just have a bad night because if they're on their game, I don't give a damn what the Warriors do.
I would say this play in and of itself explains what they need to do to just happen with them keeping AD at bay.
Right. They kept him around the free throw line and just did not let him get a look at the rim.
You are going to have to shoot your heart out for any one of these points.
Yeah, because if you let him get him within the elbow, Klay Thompson looking like little Dicky there. You gotta get a haircut, my guy.
LD.
I'm sure they'd love to have him out there right now. Jesus. And then the Lakers just give up an offensive rebound on a free throw. Jesus. And, all right. Anyway.
They got to learn to step in. Y'all don't need a threes right now. What do you up?
Yeah, try telling that's the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. I understand it's a game about threes nowadays, but in all reality, when you're up, it's okay to take those twos and just stack on those mid-range shots. And
So the winner of this has the pleasure of going to the 7th seed. They would match up against Phoenix in the first round. The loser will obviously now play the Grizzlies. Steph Curry just had the ball stolen from him. Not a good sign. And then Caruso finishes at the rim on the other side. Lord have mercy.
Out of his shiny dome through a sweatband.
One of our future episodes, we need to do a color commentary of a whole game. We have to.
Yeah.
Maybe a playoff game once the playoffs actually start. We'll do that because it's a doozy. Color commentary / karaoke. Oh my God, Steph! Come on, man. We need 60 out of you.
Take the jump shot. It's okay, Steph. I know you're a 3-point king, but good God Almighty, you've never been about 25 threes shot up so far in the first quarter.
That did not need to be put up.
Yes, LeBron on his Reese's Pieces head out there. Good green.
Draymond argues every call, even if it's in his favor. He's arguing for some reason.
Let me work for it. Shut up. Goodness, man. When is arguing with the ref ever gotten you your call back? He's like, you know what? You're right, nigga.
Right. You know what? Reverse it.
This man got a good point.
Anyway, winner will play the Suns. Who do you see winning this game?
I want the Lakers to win this game. I feel like they're gonna win.
I agree as well. More realistically, I see the Lakers advancing to the 7th seed and then matching up against Phoenix, which will be a series, folks. The 2 and the 7 seed. It's still strange that the Lakers would be the 7 seed, but Lakers at Suns with the home court advantage. The Suns would be
What's happening this game?
Is anybody ready to play here?
Like everybody forgot how to play basketball, just out there playing some sort of rec league out there.
It's like two teams have been rusty for a while.
He's like, you sure LeBron ain't the only one who's been sitting?
The Lakers are running a very smart trap on Steph. As soon as he gets the ball at the top of the key, they've got two guys to make sure he cannot put up a three, which, I mean, that's as good a defensive plan as you can have for Steph Curry. And all right, it's AD looking like Russell Westbrook.
This is the Russ I was talking about.
Steph Curry said, fuck it, I'm going to just choke it up. If you can guard me at the top of the key, I'm going to shoot it from half court.
Top of the other key? I don't give a damn. Where you got it from? That's what he got. About 55 threes of it.
We're just going to go ahead and commentate the rest of this quarter before we wrap it up.
Allergic to it. Look at that.
Schroeder for three. Won't go. Curry with another rebound. Okay. I don't know everybody's allergic to just bring the ball in.
Look at that.
Curry going in and one.
You see that? He made it. He wasn't.
Look at that.
It was like the floor was lava inside the freaking 3-point.
Steph Curry said, "Hold on a second. I can go under the rim."
This man got a fresh cut just to go home.
Saying, "Oh, I need a cut anyway."
Exactly. You know, you would have gone home to your barber that already lived there.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great play by Steph, taking it right to the rim, getting an easy and one.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. Somebody actually plays basketball that knows that there's something that exists inside of the 3-point line.
Go figure. All right, Schroeder kicking out to AD. AD trying a little nice flips it up from the free throw line. Easy buckets for Davis. About 54 seconds left. Steph handling the ball, he's got Schroeder on him. He's going to pass it out to, I don't know who exactly that is. Oh, he knocks it down for 3, though. Whoever he is, number 95.
A weird number that.
Sorry, Warriors fans. I do not really follow your team like that, so forgive me.
If anything, I really despise following all teams.
Schroeder had his shot swatted from behind, and then they call a foul somewhere along the way. I mean, that was pretty good. Very good vision to find the open man after the double team by Curry there.
And honestly, the way to beat this, Curry wants to beat it, is realizing that there will always be somebody open because you will always be double covered the whole game.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to let up on a double coverage at all.
Juan Toscano Anderson. That was number 95. I'm sorry for disrespecting JTA.
God bless his team. Look at this man. Oh, shook. Drinking Dasani. Is that Dasani?
Yep. Poor guy.
I know he's sponsored by that. Ain't nobody drinking Dasani voluntarily.
That's the only thing they
you
had.
already want 4 quarters of commentary.
Right. Think about it hard now.
Just remember, this is just 1 quarter commentary.
Right. Just 1 quarter. Imagine what you would get for a whole game.
Like the whole actual playoff game. Look at this man.
My God. Trez misses his second free throw. 28-22. 26 seconds left. Steph bringing up the ball.
This by 1 point. Free throw.
That's really depressing. That man's going to go home and listen to Wednesday Night Interlude by PND for the rest of his life.
If I'm coach, I'm having that play, and you're standing in this stadium and shooting threes until your thumbs break. So I'm tired.
Schroeder coming up, bringing the ball up. 3 seconds left. 80 trying to 3. Won't go. All right. 28-22 after the first quarter. We are in for a doozy, folks.
I feel like I gotta compare Steph and LeBron the whole entire game.
I know.
Steph and company, LeBron and company here to play tonight.
Stupid.
That was honestly the most disrespectful saying.
Yes, and company. Oh my God. Anyway, folks, you got a little bit of color commentary there to finish out your episode.
Color commentary.
The whole episode was color commentary.
Exactly. From 9:30
onward.
onward.
Yeah, folks, I want to thank you all for listening, watching. Next week will be strictly playoffs. No more of this playing stuff. We will finally know what happens between the Pacers and the Wizards. We'll be losing sleep until we figure out what that is. And then if the Memphis Grizzlies can hang with either the Lakers or the Warriors, it's going to bother me forever until I figure that one out. But
I promise you it will not bother me.
By then, my team will probably have about 2 L's by Wednesday. So I'll probably play about twice by then. So we'll be that much closer to our Cancun vacation. And yeah, we'll see what happens with the rest of the playoffs. Shaq, anything else you want to mention before we get out of here?
Continue to support your teams, support small businesses. It's what drives the world. So you go out there and support them.
Exactly. Like Shaq said, Target will not be hurt if you don't buy
Target will be fine
whatever from them.
Do not go there to buy
your coaster.
Exactly. Guess what? Homegirl that we shot out earlier, we'll be more than happy to give you a coaster.
Right.
So just go ahead and follow and make a purchase. And there you go.
You need to go to Target, get a mug. You can get a mug right there.
Exactly.
Straight up. It is what it is, folks. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for all listening. Almost forgot to mention that we do have an Instagram right there. Ooh, got around the first try. 50-50 shot. I just guessed.
You would think by now we would have figured out.
Folks, it is right there. You probably can't even read it. It's at AFR Sports.
Show's wonderful. Promise everything's rehearsed and practiced. And
At AFR Sports. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. TikTok is on a hiatus, folks.
it's TikTok.
TikTok,
I
I
know
just
damn
can't.
well most of y'all ain't going on TikTok for what you need to go on
Yeah,
TikTok.
you are not going on there to see us. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, I'm going to see some.
See something else. See some other brown stuff. Yep. That's going to do it for this episode. We need to wrap this up because this channel's going to get taken down for a multitude of reasons.
I wouldn't blame the one bit.
Click subscribe to keep up with all of the Melheimer's Media Network shows. Click the like button if you somehow liked this episode. Talk to you all next week. God bless your team in the playoffs.
Damn.
We'll see you.
Hey.